Have you ever been sitting next to your husband? Maybe watching TV, maybe eating dinner. And suddenly, you feel lonely. Not because he's cruel, not because there is a big fight, just quiet distance. And you find yourself thinking, why do I feel alone when my husband is literally right here? If that feeling has ever visited your marriage, you're not strange. And you're definitely not the only one. Hi, Grounded Wives. I'm Nima. I help married women create calm, emotionally safe marriages, starting with how we communicate. And today I want to talk about something many women feel, but almost no one explains. Loneliness in marriage doesn't always arrive like a dramatic storm. Sometimes it arrives quietly. One day you notice conversations are shorter. You start explaining your feelings, but somehow you still feel misunderstood. And sometimes you may even think, maybe I'm talking too much. Or maybe I'm overreacting. And if you're like many wives, you may try to fix it, explaining even more, which is interesting. Because sometimes the more we explain, the less head we feel. Marriage can be funny like that. Actually, marriage can be very funny. Not ha 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 fun. More like, wait, how did we get here? Funny, huh? Here is something important. Many couples slowly discover loneliness in marriage often doesn't come from lack of love. It often comes from conversations that stop feeling emotionally safe. When conversations feel tense, pressured, or overly long, many husbands don't move closer. They often move quieter. They withdraw. They shut down. Not always because they don't care, but because they don't know how to navigate the emotional intensity. And this is where many good wives accidentally end up feeling even more alone. Sometimes the shift is smaller than people expect. Instead of trying to explain everything at once, a calm invitation sentence can reopen the door. Like, I'm not trying to win an argument. I just want us to understand each other. Short, calm, emotionally safe. And interestingly, those kinds of sentences often travel much further than long explanations. Now, sometimes knowing the right words in those moments is actually the hardest part. Many wives tell me, Nima, in the moment I either say too much or I say nothing at all. Which is exactly why I created a small tool called Say It Without Fighting. It helps you turn difficult emotional moments into calm communication. Let me show you a quick example. Sometimes seeing a sentence like that can make you think, oh, that's exactly what I wanted to say. And that small moment can change the entire direction of a conversation. Marriage doesn't always need dramatic solutions. Sometimes it simply needs safer conversations. A small shift in communication can slowly bring back something many couples miss: emotional connection. So if you've been feeling lonely in your marriage lately, please know this: that feeling is often a signal, not a failure. And with the right understanding and the right words, many conversations can begin to change. If you'd like to try the Say It Without Fighting tool, I've put the link below this video. And if this conversation resonates with you, subscribe. Because on this channel, we talk about real moments in marriage and how small communication shifts can create calmer, safer relationships. And remember, no manual for marriage, but there is wisdom we can grow together. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.